Bitcoin is dumping. And the two questions that I'm asking myself, why is it dumping? And how low will it go? And that's what I want to address in this video today. It's not going to be a long video. It's going to be short and straight to the point. So without saying any more, let's get right into it. So, a couple days ago, we topped out at Bitcoin, right about 126,000. And ever since then, we've kind of just been slowly going lower and lower and lower. And we just recently actually broke 120 back down to 119. We popped back up since then, but I kind of want to talk about why I think we're going lower and what points I think we can break down to. And we'll start off first on why I think we're going lower. And guys, I said this in the last video and my first video. I think this has everything to do with liquidation and a hunt for all the longs that have been opened up in this market. So about a little less than a week ago, I made a video where the leverage shorts were at 2 billion and the longs were at 20 billion. Since we have come down from that 126,000 price point, and now we have shorts at 10 and we have longs at 17. So it's balanced out a little bit more, but we still are heavily weighted to the long leverage side, which tells me that market makers are going for a liquidity hunt to grab all this leverage before we get the next move up. So then the next question I'm going to ask is, what are those points that we might get some support at where we can bounce and go back up and start moving back up on the next leg? Well, right here is what I want to show you. So right here is a trend line starting all the way back in 2016 that's been resistance for Bitcoin for a long time, up until recently, where it broke through right about in July. And I also talked about in my last video this Fibonacci extension. And please go watch that video because there's some really good patterns at play and really good reasons why this Fibonacci extension has been very, very accurate. And another point I wanted to point out with this trend line that's been going on since 2016 is that it actually lines up almost perfectly with this 0.618 Fibonacci extension line. Which gives me an idea that this could be a very strong point of support right here. And where does that bring us if it dumps down to 100, just about 118 flat? What would that bring us to? That would bring us down on the leverage liquidation about another 3.5, 4 billion worth of longs liquidated, and that would almost even up the longs and the shorts, which would give me a better idea that maybe after that we could start moving upwards. Is that for sure? I hope so, but I'm not 100% sure. Nobody can be. If you reference this Fibonacci extension, we also have levels at 115 and 113.8. And I did say in the last video I thought we could move down here because 113.5 has been a consistent support and resistance line throughout this last month, as you can see through here. So it would not surprise me if we come all the way down and bounce there. And if something like that happened, I mean, you're looking at 10 billion of long liquidation just completely wiped out, which would massively increase because people will just jump into shorts if we move down that low, and that could easily cause a short squeeze to happen. But these are the two lines that I'm looking at, and I don't think this is going to be the end of anything. I don't think we've topped out at 126,000. And this isn't financial advice or anything along those lines. And please read the disclaimer down below. But as we continue to move down, when we get to this line at 118,000, I'm probably going to start dollar cost averaging in to my positions and just adding a little by little in. If we continue to go down, I'll add a little more, down a little bit more, because I think this is overall, we're in an uptrend. We're just having a bit of a pullback due to the liquidation amounts. I mean, as I stated in the last video, Jerome Powell spoke today, but he didn't say anything really in reference to the markets at all, or the Fed's opinions on anything. So nothing he said would have swayed the market. There wasn't some major news or some, rug pull or any negative news that would have caused this pullback like this, which leads me to believe this is strictly due to liquidation hunts. And that's my opinion on it. Like I said, this is going to be a short video. I didn't want to drag this on for too long, but I believe these charts can really give us a guide on where this market might go, what some supports might be, where we can start bouncing. And that's what I'm going to use. If you guys have any ideas or any hints or clues on what you think is going to happen with the market, just take a minute, leave it down in the comment. I love to review it and sample it against what I'm using, and maybe we can come to an even better solution. So please, if you have any ideas, leave it down in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one.